There are certain experiences that belong only to the decade you grew up in, and the 1970s were no exception. That era had a look, a feeling, and a rhythm all its own, one that's instantly recognizable, even to younger generations today. Beyond the obvious disco beats and bell-bottom pants, there were countless small details that only people who lived through the 70s truly remember. So today, let's take a walk down memory lane and explore 13 things from the 1970s that kids today will never fully understand. 1. Watching TV with limited channels television in the 1970s was a completely different experience. Most households had just 3 main channels, plus public broadcasting. That was it. No streaming platforms, no on-demand shows, and no endless scrolling. If you wanted to change the channel, you had to stand up and turn the dial yourself. We actually waited all week for our favorite programs, whether it was a popular evening show or Saturday morning cartoons. Those cartoon mornings were special, especially when paired with a giant bowl of cereal. Because TV options were so limited, kids spent much more time outdoors, and sometimes parents made sure of it. 2. Cassette tapes and mixtapes. In the 1970s, creating a mixtape was a labor of love. You had to sit by the radio for hours waiting for the perfect song to play. Timing was everything, but even then, the DJ often talked over the intro. That frustration was just part of the charm. Cassettes had their problems too. If the tape got tangled, you'd grab a pencil and carefully wind it back into place. Still, cassettes were revolutionary. They let us carry our favorite music anywhere, long before playlists and smartphones existed. 3. Superhero underoos. If you were a kid in the 70s and loved superheroes, chances are you owned a pair of underoos. These weren't just underwear. They were a costume and a confidence booster. Kids would run around the house pretending to be Superman or Batman, feeling completely unstoppable. Underoos felt like part of your identity, especially when they matched the hero's actual outfit. Today's kids will probably never understand that level of excitement over underwear. 4. Record stores. Record stores in the 1970s were more than just places to buy music. They were social hubs. Friends would meet up, flip through vinyl records, and sometimes listen to albums before buying them. The employees were usually passionate music lovers who loved recommending hidden gems. It wasn't unusual to strike up a conversation with a stranger who shared your taste in music. That sense of community is hard to recreate today. 5. Hitchhiking. Hitchhiking was surprisingly common in the 1970s. Seeing someone standing by the road with their thumb out wasn't unusual at all. Many drivers were willing to help out, and it was often viewed as an act of kindness. There was a feeling of shared trust on the open road. Though it wasn't without risk, you might meet an interesting character or two along the way. Today, hitchhiking is often illegal or frowned upon, making it one more 70s habit that feels impossible now. 6. Men's grooming and style. Men in the 1970s had a bold sense of style. Thick mustaches, long sideburns, big hair, and strong aftershave scents were everywhere. Grooming mattered, and confidence was key. Pair that with flashy clothes and a few buttons left undone to show some chest hair, and you had the classic 70s swagger, something that hasn't quite been matched since. 7. Iconic beauty products. Women in the 70s also had their own signature products. Sun In was hugely popular, promising sun-lightened hair after a day outdoors. And who could forget Love's Baby Soft? That sweet, youthful scent became a defining fragrance of the decade. While iconic, it's safe to say those advertising campaigns probably wouldn't work today. 8. Answering the phone without caller ID. When the kitchen phone rang in the 1970s, you answered it. No questions asked. There was no caller ID, so you had no idea who was on the other end. It could be a friend, a relative, or a salesperson. You might get tangled in the long phone cord while talking, or yell across the house to tell someone the call was for them. Today's kids might find it shocking that we answered phones without knowing who was calling. 9. Polaroid cameras. To capture memories in the 70s, nothing beat a Polaroid camera. Press the button, and moments later, a photo appeared in your hands. It felt like magic. Film was limited, so every picture mattered. And of course, everyone shook the photo to help it develop, even though it didn't actually work. Photo booths were also popular hangout spots at malls, arcades, and roller rinks. Perfect for goofy snapshots with friends. 10. Mushroom-themed decor. Step into a 1970s kitchen, and you'd likely see mushrooms everywhere, on plates, curtains, wallpaper, and more. Earthy tones ruled the decade, and mushroom designs seemed to capture that natural vibe perfectly. It was quirky, cozy, and unmistakably 70s charm. 11. Saturday morning cereal prizes. Cereal in the 1970s wasn't just breakfast. It was an event. Kids begged for specific brands, not because of the taste, but because of the toy hidden inside the box. Digging through the cereal to find that prize felt like discovering buried treasure. That excitement made weekend mornings unforgettable. 12. Pull-tab soda cans. Opening a soda or beer in the 70s meant pulling off a sharp aluminum tab. Most people tossed the tabs on the ground, which created hazards, especially at beaches or pools. Eventually, the design changed to the stay tab we use today, but those old pull tabs were just another risk we accepted back then. 13. Metal lunchboxes. Finally, no school day in the 1970s was complete without a metal lunchbox and matching thermos. They proudly displayed favorite TV characters and cartoons, but they also dented easily and often rusted. And if you remember the smell of opening one after a hot day at school, you know exactly what we mean. Kids today, with insulated bags and ice packs, will never quite get it. Let us know in the comments if we missed any classic 70s memories. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to subscribe and check out the other videos in this series. Thanks so much for watching and for remembering the past with us.